Well, hello everybody. This is Dr. Troy Duke with the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action, and create big-ass results in your life and business. Today's topic is this: just read the frickin' instructions. So I'm a little irritated right now, if you can't tell. Look, here's the deal. So I have clients who will ask me to, I have certain programs that I have, membership sites, things like that I offer to my clients. They can use them for their teams. They can use them for themselves. And it never fails. It probably, and over the course of the last 2 months, it's probably happened at least weekly over the course of the last 2 months, where I send somebody a link and I say specifically, make sure when you look for this email that you look for it in junk mail, look for it in spam mail, look for it, I even jokingly say snail mail, and in your inbox. And also, please note, the words Kajabi, K-A-J-A-B-I, will probably be attached to it, or if it's another one, it might be Thinkific. There's a couple different ones that I use. And it's never failed. It's never failed. There is always somebody who sends me an email that says, hey, could you send that link? I never got it. To which point, I have to now repeat myself and say, did you check spam and junk mail on the date this email was delivered? This one right here, you're reading right now, on the date that it was delivered, with the term Kajabi, K-A-J-A-B-I, on the email. And inevitably, I get somebody coming back saying, oh, yeah, it was there, thank you, or no, I didn't look. Now, you're sitting there going, okay, what's your problem there, Troy? The problem is because it's called reading the instructions. It's simply called reading the instructions, reading the directions. And the question becomes, how many times in your life have you had, there are clear directions or instructions that somebody has given you, but you just didn't take the time to read them? You wanted somebody else to do the work for you. You wanted somebody else to go and in this case, for me, I got to turn around and now I have to go and hop on my PC. I can't do it from my phone. I have to go pull up the account. I have to then, from pulling up the account, I have to go into another portal. When I go into that portal, I have to then turn around and find the accounts. Then I have to go from the accounts and hit a couple of tabs that get me to a point to where I can resend the email and it gets sent out. Whereas all this person had to do was simply go to their computer in the little search bar and type in Kajabi, where they have email. And they will then find out if it was delivered. Now, I'm irritated because this is what people do in life. They want everything spoon-fed to them. And I don't know if this is you. I don't know if you're that type of a person, but maybe you either feel me right now or you're going, oh shit, that's me. I'm that person he's talking about. I am the person who has been lazy and not just looked at something. I wanted something done for me instead of taking the extra step. And this is what it all boils down to, folks, the extra step. See, for people who are killing it, they're smashing it, they're knocking it out of the park. Yes, there is a point where you want to delegate things. Hey, can I get somebody else to do something for me? But then there's the other side of the coin that says, but I'm going to take the extra step. See, because if I send an email and say, hey, can you resend this to me? And I haven't looked at all the resources that I have to be able to find something, I am now waiting on someone else. My success in that particular program hinges on that person getting back to me. It hinges on them going into a system and hitting a few buttons and sending it back to me. But if I look for it myself, I will have exhausted all possibilities, and I can then reach out to the person and say, I've done everything. Can you please reset me? That's it. And so it becomes a matter of this. Where in your life do you need to take the extra step, number one? And where in your life, number two, are you ignoring the details? Whether it's instructions or directions or whatever it is, people get pissed all the time, I can't figure out why I can't lose weight. Okay, well, cool. What'd your trainer tell you to do? Well, my trainer told me to do intermittent fasting from 8 o'clock at night until 12 o'clock the next day. Cool, what are you doing? Well, I go to bed at 11, so my last meal's at 11, and then I wake up at 9, but I'm so hungry, so I have just a little snack, and then I start to eat at 12. But it's not that much. It shouldn't count. I know, annoying voice, right? I hope it is. And so and people do this, right? But wait a minute. Your trainer said, do it this way. 8 o'clock at night till 12 o'clock the next morning, do not eat, but you can have fluids. Yes. But what you're doing is going to bed at 11 o'clock at night, eating at 11 o'clock at night before you go to bed, getting up the next day at 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, having something to eat, and then not eating until noon, and you're wanting to call that intermittent fasting, but that's not the way the instructions were written. Yes, that's true. And you're not getting the results that you want. Yes, that's true. What's the problem here? You have a trainer who might give you exercise to do, and you're not doing the exercises the way that you're being taught or told to do them. I'm doing a program right now called X3, and I'm in a group. There's an X3 group, and people are talking about going to exhaustion. And I thought I was going to exhaustion. I'm like, man, I feel like I'm getting results from this thing, but I feel like I should be getting more. And so I get to read and study what other people are talking about. And okay, wow, what I thought was exhaustion really wasn't. There's another level, and there's this, and I'm learning more and more from people. So I'm taking their instruction and I'm using it in my life. Where in your life? It might be in your business. I'm a coach. I can't tell you how many times I get frustrated with people because it's like we sit and we outline a plan. I look at it, I'm like, man, if they just do this plan, like shit's going to go on fire. It's going to be amazing. They're going to absolutely love it. And then you get back on the phone a week later and they're like, yeah, well, I couldn't get that done because I had a hangnail. And so it's really hard for me to type on my computer. Like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Simple instructions that are laid out and people not following the plan. Simple instructions on an email that are laid out and people not following the plan. And the question becomes, where else in your life are you sitting back and waiting for somebody else to do the work for you? Where else in your life are you playing and taking the easy, lazy way out? Oh yeah, just came with the real shit, folks. Right there, between the eyes. Where in your life are you taking the lazy, easy way out? And you need to step up your game. You need to stop waiting for other people to get it done for you and start taking action. Or you wait until shit gets really bad. You wait until your back's against the wall and you go, oh my gosh, I have to do something about this now. I see doctors do this all the time. Like, they coast, and all of a sudden they're like, dude, I'm really stressed and I don't have any money. It's like, well, what do you think you should do? Well, I got to start taking more action. Well, no shit. Why wouldn't you do that in the first place? Why wouldn't you just roll up your sleeves and take action now so you don't have to put yourself in a position of not having any money? And yet, what do? They wait. People have no sense of urgency. This particular person I'm talking about today emails me a week later after this was sent. I should have heard about this days ago. But I didn't. And I was away at a funeral a week ago. So it's like, where is the sense of urgency? When you look at your life across body, being, balance, and business, where is the sense of urgency that you have that you are not practicing? And where are the details that you are missing? The details, these simple details that have been laid out for you, whether it's in a plan for your business, whether it's in a plan for your relationship, whether it's in a plan for your spirituality and or your health. It might be all four of them. Where is it that you are not following the plan? And what's the commitment that you can make today to follow the plan? Pick one of the four areas and say, I am going to start here and I'm going to follow the plan the way it's been outlined. And you start with 7 days. And after you get past 7 days, you go for another 7 days. And I'm not even going 1 day a week right now. I'm going 7 days. You go 7 days of being straight with what somebody said. Then you do another 7. Then you do another 7. And after you get days under your belt, a couple weeks under your belt, you can now identify where you need to course correct. Because you have clarity on what seems to be working, not be working. Or you get to a point, and I've done this with people before, where when we kind of like add more meals throughout the course of a day, and they go, oh my gosh, I'm like more hungry. This is crazy. I'm not losing weight, and I'm more hungry as I go through the day. And I'm like, okay, you're starting to burn the fuel. Okay, so you got to stay put. But if I keep doing this, I think I'm going to gain weight, doc. I think I'm going to gain weight. I'm like, please just trust me. Trust the process. And inevitably, I've done this for 20 years. Inevitably, those people keep eating, and then all of a sudden, a week later, like, I can't believe this. I'm eating more, and I'm losing weight. It's insane. All they had to do was trust the process. All they had to do was follow the plan that I outlined for them. And all they had to do was just follow the instructions, right? Just follow the directions. You're good to go. And they get results. This happens all the time in life. There is a plan. There is a strategy for you to get from where you are to where you want to go. And the people that you have entrusted within your circle to follow, to listen to, why not just start listening to them and follow the directions? But it's got to start with clarity. You have to take a look at your life right now across body, being, balance, and business. Where is it that you are not following the plan that has been outlined? And what's the first action step that you can take to get yourself on track and following that plan? That's all I've got for you here today, folks. Hey, I am Dr. Troy Duquesne. If you haven't already, head on over to iTunes, Google Play, or Stitcher. I would love it if you would go ahead and subscribe, rate, and or review, and invite your friends and your family and everybody and celebrate with me on a Friday night. I think it'd be awesome to have a Friday night podcast party with Dr. Troy. Also, make sure if you have a question or a comment or you need anything from me, please shoot me an email, drtroy, DRTROY, @commitandgo.com. It's that simple. I'd love to hear from you. I love when I get responses. It's amazing to be able to talk to people who are actually listening to the podcast. And as always, thank you for listening. Head on over to www.commitandgo.com. You can also check out the site, myself, and what it is that I offer as a coach. That's all I've got for you here today. I am Dr. Troy Duquesne. This has been the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action, and create big-ass results in your life and business. We'll hear you next time.